Now answer sincerely. How many lies have you told today? Perhaps you might say none, but lies don't always reveal themselves so explicitly. They can hide in small distortions, subtle omissions, or even in the ways we avoid inconvenient truths. Now tell me, how many truths have you denied to yourself? Each word we utter, each intention we harbor, resonates in the universe. Lies are not just empty words. They possess energy, and that energy reverberates in our lives in ways we may not even notice. Today we will explore what happens at the most subtle level of existence when you tell a lie. From time immemorial, in diverse cultures and spiritual traditions, words have been recognized as a living, creative force. It is no coincidence that in sacred texts, like the Bible, in the Gospel of John, we read, "In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God." Here, the Word is presented as the primordial essence of the universe. Words are creative. They don't merely describe the world around us. They actively participate in its formation. Ralph Waldo Emerson, one of the brightest transcendentalist philosophers, taught us that words are the clothes of our thoughts. But more than that, words carry their own vibration, an intrinsic energy that spreads in all directions. Words are like seeds sown in the fertile soil of the universe. Depending on their quality, they can generate flowers that bring beauty and harmony, or weeds that choke life. Every word we utter has a vibration. Modern science, through the studies of quantum physics, is beginning to touch, albeit subtly, on what spiritual and esoteric traditions have known for millennia. Everything is energy. And if everything is energy, then words, as sound vibrations, inevitably impact our energy field and the reality surrounding us. Have you noticed how some words have an immediate effect on your emotional state? When someone compliments us, we feel uplifted, our energy expands, and our heart warms. Conversely, when we are criticized or hear harsh words, we feel an immediate heaviness in our chest, a kind of energetic contraction that pulls us down. Words carry specific frequencies that interact directly with our energy field, creating elevations or blockages, expansions or contractions. In Japanism, Master Masaru Emoto conducted a fascinating experiment on the impact of words on water molecules. By exposing water to positive words like love and gratitude, the ice crystals formed were symmetrical and beautiful. However, when the water was exposed to negative words like hate or anger, the crystals formed chaotic and distorted patterns. Now, reflect on this. If our body is made up of about 70% water, what would be the impact of words on our own being? Words are an extension of the mind, just as the mind is an extension of the soul. Everything we think and feel reverberates into the world through words. But, contrary to what many believe, words are not just a reflection of what already exists. They also create. Hermetic philosophy, expressed in the teachings of Hermes Trismegistus, reminds us that, as above, so below, implying that the microcosm of the mind reflects and influences the macrocosm of reality. Our words, as extensions of our thoughts, shape the world around us. It is no exaggeration to say that we create our reality with the words we choose to speak. When we speak the truth, we are aligned with the universe's vibration, with the natural harmony of the cosmos. In Taoism, this state of alignment is known as Wu Wei, the state of effortless action, where we flow in perfect harmony with the rhythm of life. However, when we distort the truth, whether through small lies or deeper deceptions, we create a misalignment between our mind, our word, and reality. This misalignment is perceived in the energy field as dissonance. In ancient times, the term spell was closely linked to the act of casting enchantments or spells. Indeed, there is something magical about words. When we spell a word, we are, in a sense, casting a spell. Words shape, evoke, and transform. Every phrase, every expression we use is like an incantation that we cast upon the world and upon ourselves. The ancient mystery schools, both in Egypt and Greece, deeply understood the power of the word. The initiates in Hermeticism were taught that the word was a creative force of immense reach, capable of altering realities. Hermes Trismegistus said, "He who knows the power of the word knows the power of the gods." When we use words with awareness, with true intention, we have the ability to shape our lives according to the highest spiritual purpose. However, when we speak unconsciously, when we lie or use words carelessly, we generate spiritual disorder. Lies, like poorly cast spells, return to us in the form of dissonant energies, difficult circumstances, and relationships that don't flow. The word is a divine instrument, but can also be a destructive weapon when not used with the necessary wisdom. Every living being is surrounded by an aura, an extension of our spiritual energy that manifests in the physical and emotional body. This aura is fueled by our thoughts, feelings, and of course by the words we speak. Words, as we've seen, are frequencies, vibrations that radiate from us. When we speak the truth, our aura remains strong, intact, and expansive. However, lying acts as a dissonant frequency that causes ruptures and imbalances in our energetic structure. It is as if small holes appear in our auric field, allowing vital energy to leak and denser energies to enter. In the chakra system, lying primarily affects the fifth chakra, the Vishuddha, located at the throat. This chakra is the center of truth and communication. When we lie, we create a blockage at this point, preventing the free flow of energy throughout the body. This blockage can generate feelings of stagnation, frustration, and, in the long run, manifest as physical illnesses, such as throat problems, gland issues, and respiratory system disorders. Recent studies in neuroscience show that when we lie, our body reacts immediately. The amygdala, which is the part of the brain responsible for detecting threats and mediating emotions like fear and anxiety, is activated every time we tell a lie. Lying triggers a stress response in the body, raising levels of cortisol, the stress hormone. This causes a series of reactions: an increased heart rate, elevated blood pressure, and an overload on the nervous system. Over time, these frequent lies, even harmless ones, can cause physical harm, such as insomnia, digestive problems, and chronic diseases. The body, like the spirit, is designed to live in harmony with the truth. When this harmony is broken, the body suffers. The energetic field weakens, the chakras become misaligned, and the result is a cycle of imbalance that affects not only your physical health, but also your emotional and spiritual well-being. Lies also generate emotional dissonance. Small distortions of truth create a negative vibration in our energy field that manifests as feelings of guilt, anxiety, and disconnection. This state directly affects our ability to connect with others genuinely, creating distance and mistrust in relationships. Beyond energetic imbalance, lies create a spiritual barrier. When we distort the truth, we distance ourselves from our own essence and, consequently, from the connection with the divine. Hermes Trismegistus, in the Corpus Hermeticum, teaches that truth is the key to alignment with the all. Lying, on the other hand, plunges us into illusion, disconnecting us from the light. The spirit vibrates at a frequency of pure truth. Lying is an act of resistance to that frequency, creating a separation between the lower self, governed by fear and insecurity, and the higher self, which is pure consciousness and truth. Thus, lies keep us trapped in the density of matter, while truth frees us to experience higher levels of consciousness. Spiritual consequences of lying. In all great spiritual traditions, the concept of karma is present. Karma is the law of cause and effect. Everything we do, think, and say returns to us, like a reflection of our actions. Lies, therefore, create negative karma because they go against the natural order of the universe, which is truth. Every time we lie, we generate a spiritual debt. It's not just a moral issue, it's a matter of energy. Lying creates distortions in our vibration, and this dissonance needs to be balanced. The more we engage in lying, the heavier the burden we carry, and the greater the disconnection between us and the divine light. Osho said, "Lies are the beginning of all spiritual diseases." Lies obscure the inner truth, trapping us in the world of illusion and separation. And this separation is the root of all spiritual suffering. In the long run, the practice of lying can lead to what sages call the dark night of the soul, a state in which a person loses the ability to recognize their own truth. In this state, the individual is trapped in a cycle of illusions, unable to see the spiritual path ahead clearly. Lies carry profound consequences for our spiritual journey. They create karmic burdens, distort our soul, and disconnect us from the divine. However, the way back is always open. Through truth, we can rebalance our energies, dissolve spiritual blockages, and restore the purity of our soul. Truth is the key to our spiritual liberation. We have explored how lies affect our energy field and our individual spiritual journey, but it is essential to understand that we do not live in isolation. We are part of a vast network of connections. Our words, thoughts, and actions do not only affect ourselves but reverberate in our relationships and the collective energy field. Let us now unveil how lies interfere with this larger energetic fabric. Every time we interact with another person, there is an energy exchange. Words, gestures, and thoughts create invisible bridges between us and the other. When communication is based on truth, these bridges are strong, and the energy flows freely, creating bonds of trust and harmony. However, when we lie, we generate cracks in these bridges. Lying creates a disconnection. The other person may not perceive it immediately, but at a subtle level, something is broken. Trust is the foundation of any healthy relationship, whether in friendships, romances, or even family relations. When we lie, we are planting the seed of mistrust, which grows slowly, creating invisible barriers between people. The result: energetic and emotional isolation. Lies separate us from others, not only because they create mistrust, but also because they distance us from our own truth. When we disconnect from ourselves, we also distance ourselves from others. Often, the origin of superficial or problematic relationships lies in this disconnection generated by lies, which function as silent barriers, separating us from those we love. Think of the collective energy field as a symphony. Each human being is a note in this composition. When we speak the truth, we contribute to a harmonious melody. But when lies become commonplace, it is as if several notes begin to sound out of rhythm, generating noise and distortion. This distortion affects not only the liars, but everyone around them. When lies permeate society, whether on a small or large scale, a field of fear, insecurity, and illusion is created. This denser collective field makes it difficult for spiritual truths to flow, causing a blockage that can slow the spiritual growth of an entire community, nation, or even the planet. But there is hope, dear seeker. The collective field can be healed just as relationships can be restored. Honesty is the first step. When we choose truth, even in small moments, we begin to transform our individual energy field. This transformation reverberates in relationships, re-establishing the connections broken by lies. When more and more people align with truth, the collective vibration also rises. A person living with integrity can have a profound impact on their surroundings, like a stone creating ripples in a lake. If an entire community chooses to live in truth, that community's energy field will flourish, and this will influence the world around it. Mahatma Gandhi, one of the greatest advocates of truth, said, "Be the change you wish to see in the world." This change begins within us, expands to our relationships, and eventually transforms the collective field. The simple act of living authentically is a form of spiritual service to the world. Throughout this journey, we have explored the effects of lies on our energy, our soul, our relationships, and the collective field. Now we arrive at a crucial moment, the return to truth. The path back to energetic and spiritual integrity is the path of healing. Truth is the remedy that restores our connection with ourselves, with others, and with the divine. Truth is not merely a moral concept. It is a vibration, a healing force that realigns us with the natural flow of the universe. When we lie, we create dissonance and blockages, as we explored in previous chapters. Healing begins when we choose to recognize the truth within ourselves. Taoism teaches us about the principle of Wu Wei, action without effort, which is achieved when we are in perfect alignment with the Tao, the natural flow of life. When we speak the truth, we enter this flow. There is no resistance, only harmony. Truth frees us from the webs of self-deception and confusion, allowing life to flow with greater ease and lightness. Osho said, "Truth needs no defense. It is in itself. When you are true, the universe acts in your favor." The path of truth connects us directly with the rhythm of the cosmos, allowing things to unfold naturally, without forcing or manipulating reality. Healing begins when we accept the simplicity of truth and let go of the complexities created by illusion. The first stage of healing through truth is to look within. It takes courage to recognize where we have distorted reality, where we have strayed from our own authenticity. This may be uncomfortable, but it is essential. Radical honesty with ourselves is the first step to dissolving the energetic blockages created by lies. The second step is confession, not necessarily to others, but to ourselves. Admitting internally where we have deceived ourselves allows the truth to begin healing the wounds. Truth has the power to dissolve the dissonance created by lies, like the sun melting ice. Carl Jung, one of the great scholars of the human psyche, said, "He who looks outside dreams. He who looks inside awakens." Looking within is awakening to the truth that heals. This process is like cleansing the energetic field. Every truth we uncover within ourselves removes a blockage, allowing vital energy to flow freely again. It is like opening the windows of a house closed for a long time. The light enters, and the air is renewed. The path of truth is the path to spiritual freedom. There is no greater peace than living in alignment with who we truly are. When we live in truth, there is no need to hide, manipulate, or fear. Truth frees us from the shackles of the ego, from the illusions of fear, and connects us directly to our divine essence. Truth is the way back home, to our original nature of light and peace. We do not need to carry the burden of lies, nor entangle ourselves in the webs of illusion. Today, I invite you to reflect deeply. Where in your life is truth being obscured? What can you do to dissolve the shadows and allow the light of truth to shine again? When we begin to live in complete honesty, with ourselves and with the world, we start to feel the flow of life in an entirely new way. The return to truth is a return to the simplicity and purity of spirit. Thank you for watching.